it's been a while since I filmed a video. I've just been so swamped with work and wedding planning and all of this stuff, so I do apologize. I'm going to be answering your health and fitness questions. I know a lot of you left your questions in the comment box in one of my last videos, and I also asked my Instagram followers to ask their questions there. So again, I will be looking at my phone. My headband is from Dana Bands, and I will link that down below. If you do end up going to the online store and picking out some headbands, make sure you use the discount code Brie in the Sky, and I will also put that information down below so you can get 20% off. Before we start, I just want to say that I did get a lot of questions about what to do if you're a specific height, a specific weight, just a specific body type, and I didn't think that I should answer those questions just because, I mean, everybody's different, so I kind of wanted to answer the more broader range questions. Once I am a certified personal trainer, I do plan on doing some online training, so personalized workouts, personalized meal plans, so just stay tuned for that. My test is not until September, so I've just been studying my butt off for that. So yeah, let's get started. How many days a week do you work out? I had taken just about a month, maybe a month and a half off of the whole health and fitness world. I just needed a mental and physical break from it all. It was honestly the best thing that I could have done for myself. But now that I am working out again and back into the whole swing of things, I'm working out 6 days a week with one rest day. What kind of protein powder do you use? I use the Designer Whey protein. I am a brand ambassador for them, and I've used them for a while now and then just recently became one of their ambassadors, which is awesome. But I love the taste, I love what's in it. It's just a really good protein. How often should you treat yourself? I think it's important to treat yourself. I think that people can tend to go overboard with it, like, oh, I had a cookie, I'm just gonna eat the whole bag. I think in moderation it is a good thing, so you don't go crazy. I'm definitely one who still likes to eat junk. I still love my Taco Bell, I still love my pizza. Those are things that I'm just never going to give up, and I don't want to. For me personally, I like eating that stuff once in a blue moon. Now that I've started working out again and eating better, I do have a treat meal once a week. I call it treat, T-R-E-A-T, not cheat, because I don't think that if you're having a good yummy meal, you should feel like you're cheating. Like, it's just life. You should live it. If you're at a birthday party, have that piece of cake and say it's a treat. Don't say it's a cheat, because you just have that guilt, and I don't think that guilt should be associated with food. How do you stay on track after falling off? As I said, I did take that month and a half off of anything healthy for my body, any working out. I worked out maybe like once every 2 weeks and maybe had one healthy meal like every 2 weeks. There came a time where I think I just got sick of it all, and I felt like pressure, and I didn't want that. I personally do love the gym, so when I lost that love for it, I was really bummed out, and I just needed to take a step away from it and just, you know, relax, eat junk food, not worry so much about working out and making the right decisions with food, because it just got to be too much and I needed to step away. So I guess this question's asking, after you fall off track, how do you get back on track? I personally chose to fall off the track, but getting back into it is just a choice you have to make. It's really up to you, and it's not like, oh, I'll wait till Monday, I'll wait till this day, I'll just wait till it feels like it's a good time to have a fresh start. It's up to you to just get back on track, get your healthy groceries at the grocery store for the week, plan your workouts like their doctor's appointments. It's just something that you need to do, and no one else is going to be able to do it for you. You just have to make the decision, you have to stick to it. If you have to think of reasons why you need to get back on track, then do it. My reasons for getting back on track were I honestly missed the gym, and I was feeling kind of sluggish because I was eating a lot of junk food, and I did gain 7 pounds too. And you know what? For the first time in my life, it didn't freak me out. I was just like, yeah, I have some punch, probably from pizza, probably from beer, but I wasn't freaking out. That was like the most refreshing moment of this fitness journey, is just letting it go and not beating myself up. You should not beat yourself up if you fall off track. Just pick yourself back up and get going again. What is your current workout playlist? I posted one not too long ago on my fitness Instagram, but I usually just kind of mix things up. I like listening to Bless the Fall, obviously, Bring Me the Horizon, Lil Jon, Lil Wayne, The Weeknd, Lana Del Rey. It just depends on my mood and kind of like what I'm doing. I like the faster beats for running and maybe the harder stuff for lifting weights. What is your favorite and most effective workout? I love lifting weights. It just makes me feel strong and it gives my arms a toned look, and I don't know, I just really enjoy hitting the weight room. One of the most effective workouts that I do is Tabata training. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I really can't find a good answer for how to pronounce that word. But basically it's 20 seconds going hard, 10 seconds rest. 20 seconds going hard, 10 seconds rest. 20 seconds going hard, 10 seconds rest. You get the idea, and then you can just kind of rest until you pick a new move and do it again. It's seriously kills calories and you will have your heart rate through the roof. But it's definitely an effective workout that I like doing with squat jumps, burpees, really anything that's just gonna get your heart rate through the roof and makes you work. Do you count calories? I have counted calories in the past and it did help a lot. And I've pretty much done everything in the past. I've done like strict clean eating and I just couldn't do it. There was a lot of binging for me. Strict clean eating all the time was really difficult for me because I felt guilty a lot if I ever had like a piece of pizza, and I was taking like Tupperwares to dinner with my family, and I just didn't want to do that. I just wanted to enjoy life. If I went to dinner with my family, I was gonna eat at the restaurant and not feel guilty about it. So clean eating didn't really work out for me. I did If It Fits Your Macros, IIFYM, and I loved it. It taught me a lot about food and what you should be consuming daily. But I did start to become a little obsessive with the numbers. I was constantly on MyFitnessPal, like planning out my meals. It just became a little bit too much, but it did teach me a lot about macros and calories and protein and carbs and fat. I do suggest it to people who want to know more about what's in food and what they should be eating on a daily basis. Right now I started a meal plan that is based on macros and how many macros I'm getting at each meal. So I guess that's a certain way of counting calories, but when I have the meal plan right in front of me, it's not like I'm calculating it in my head. It's already there for me and it's super easy. So that's what I'm doing right now, and my friend Tina is doing the meal plan with me, and she's kind of my like guinea pig client until I actually become certified. And our meal plan has a lot of options on it, which is nice. And we have a treat meal like once a week that we get to look forward to, and we get excited and we're like, what are you gonna have this week? Or should we have brunch or dinner? It's just really fun. Do you do any workout DVDs? If so, which ones? I have done P90X. My fiance and I did it for a couple weeks and it was a lot of fun. I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of Tony Horton. I'm so sorry. I just wasn't really a fan of how he talked or like led the workouts, but I mean they were effective and they were hard and I did like it. The plyo was like killer. Other than that, I do have Jillian Michaels DVDs, and I absolutely love her. She is like the best. Other than that, I do look on YouTube sometimes at the Tone It Up girls, Karina and Katrina, of course, and I just like following along with those sometimes. What advice would you give someone who may be intimidated by a public gym? I totally feel you. It can be really scary walking into a big gym that it feels like everyone knows what they're doing. You're like the newbie and it can be really intimidating and scary, but honestly, you just have to go in there and act like you know what you're doing and just tell yourself you've got this. Like, no one's actually looking at you and being like, what is this girl doing? Most of the people are really focused in what they're doing. Like, when I'm at the gym, I'm not like, oh my gosh, what is that person doing? No, I'm busy lifting my own weights or running my own race. So, don't feel intimidated, don't feel scared. If you want to, I know a lot of gyms offer like consultation and they'll walk you through the equipment and it's usually free. So If you feel like doing that, definitely do it so you can feel a little bit more comfortable. I definitely go on YouTube a lot to see, you know, what moves to do on what machines. I did that a lot in the beginning, and I felt a lot more comfortable going into the gym using the machines. If you're craving carbs, what do you normally eat? I eat carbs. I'm not the type of person who's gonna cut out carbs like ever. Carbs are life. Not really, but they're so good and they give you energy and they get such a bad rap. Carbs are probably the most I eat out of protein or fat. Like, don't fear carbs, just pick the right ones. How do you control excessive snacking? I have about 5 meals a day and they just keep me full until the next one. So I eat every 2 or 3 hours and there's no need for snacking. You should definitely not be waiting too long between meals or else you're going to snack or you're gonna overeat. So it's definitely good to find a time limit between meals that works for you. What got you started on this lifestyle? I started this whole fitness health journey about 4 years ago. I was extremely unhappy with my weight and what I looked like and how I felt. And it wasn't that I was extremely overweight, but I didn't feel good about myself. I had never looked like that in my entire life. I had gained 40 pounds in the course of a year, and it made me so sad. I didn't even realize it until one day I looked in the mirror. I honestly didn't recognize myself at all. My arms felt big, my face was really round, and it was just a really sad time for me because I didn't even know that I had gotten to that point. You know, I was eating out all the time, I was drinking a lot, and it just wasn't a good time in my life. And I think I was finding comfort in alcohol and in bad foods. And there was one day I just had it. I joined a gym. I dumped all the junk food out of my house and I just started eating better and working out, and the weight just started coming off, and I felt so much better about myself, not only on the outside but on the inside, because I knew I was doing something for me and I felt better on the inside. That's kind of how I started this whole journey, and it's turned into something so much bigger than I ever thought I would, and I'm so grateful for that. I would never take back anything that's ever happened to me or where I've been, because it's brought me here, and now I have a chance to maybe help some people, and that is the best, most rewarding thing that's come out of this. So yeah, I was really serious, sorry. I see that your fiance takes you out on dates a lot when he's home. Do you usually order whatever, or do you try to be healthy? For that month and a half that Matt was home, we were going out a lot, and it was not good. We should not have been spending that much money and eating all the stuff we were. That was just a kind of off month, but usually what I do when Matt is home is we have one date night a week, and that's on Fridays, and that's usually my treat meal. It's like our little tradition, and I love it so much because it makes Friday that much more special, not just because I get to go on a date with him, but because I get to have a treat meal and enjoy it with him. And usually we just get a salad and like a main course. Very rarely we'll get appetizers or dessert. Like, that rarely ever happens. That's usually for special occasions like birthdays or anniversaries. What snacks would you recommend to eat throughout the day? I eat a lot of Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fruit, like rolled up deli turkey, really anything that can give me a little bit of protein. And I do like wheat bagels with almond butter. That's like one of my go-to snacks too. How did you recover from your eating disorder? And what advice do you have for others who want to do the same? I think I've said quite often that I don't think you ever can fully recover from an eating disorder. It's not that I feel those triggers every day or that I feel guilt every day, because I have healed a lot. Sometimes get those guilty feelings when I'm eating, but it's nowhere near where it used to be before. It is okay to not work out every day. It is okay to eat that high calorie meal. It is okay to just take a break and step back. I never went to treatment. I never did anything like that. I read a lot of books. One of them was intuitive eating, and I really do recommend that for the chronic dieter, the people who have those triggering thoughts or those nasty thoughts about food or about themselves and the obsessiveness, I do recommend intuitive eating, and I will put the information down below. It's just about surrounding yourself with people who you can talk to and people who believe in you. And people might not understand it because they haven't been through it, but having people who will listen to you and just give you a hug is honestly one of the best things that you can have in your life. Not everyone is going to understand. I don't have anyone that fully understands the difficulties and the struggles behind an eating disorder, but I have a lot of people who support me and love me and push me to make healthy choices. And that doesn't mean healthier foods, it means finding a balance. My fiance is wonderful, my family is wonderful, and my friends are absolutely wonderful. You need to have a good support system to help you through, and at the end of the day it is up to you to realize that you are more than a number, you are more than what you look like, you're more than how small your arms are, you're more than a thigh gap, you're more than all of that. You are a person, you are a human being with a personality and dreams and goals and an identity that is so much more than just a body. At one point I had to unfollow a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of accounts on Facebook, and a lot of accounts on Instagram because it was very triggering to me. They seemed so spot on with their meal plans, and they always were cut and shredded and skinny. Or people who were like, don't eat anything that's packaged, or don't eat, you know, anything that has cheese in it or gluten in it. I had to just wipe the slate, be happy with who I am and the choices that I was making without someone making me feel guilty. And it wasn't that they were doing it to make me feel guilty, it's just when you're in that mindset, you think you're not good enough. Just like I post my workouts or my gym check-ins, I'm not doing it to make you feel guilty, I'm doing it to hopefully motivate you or just share my fitness journey, because I think there's so many fitness journeys out there. People follow so many plans and workouts, and I just want mine to be my own, and if it works for you, then it works for you, but I will never ever push anything on you, and I would never ever want to feel like a trigger for some. That's why I try and be so honest all the time, because I am not perfect. You know, I don't have the motivation 24/7. I don't have the time to Tupperware every single little meal and stack them in my fridge. My fridge doesn't even have room for that. So I try and show that as much as possible with you guys. I don't even know what the question was, honestly. Do you have any recommendations on a pre-workout supplement? I do like NeuroCore. I've been using that for quite some time. I don't feel shaky. I don't get that itchy feeling, and I usually don't take a pre-workout. It's on that very rare occasion when I feel like I need a little oomph in my step for that day at the gym, then I'll take it. It's probably like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. So yeah, pre-workout's not totally necessary. How do you deal with other people's opinions on your body? It used to be really hard on me. I would look at myself and be like, try and see what they saw, and I would feel bad about myself. And I just feel like people are too free with their opinions because they are behind a screen. I don't think anyone would ever go up to a person and be like, you know, you're looking a little too skinny today, or you're looking a little chubby, or your cheeks look big, or your thighs are big. I don't think anyone would ever go up to someone and say that, but people, since they're behind this lovely thing right here, think that it's acceptable to go onto someone's account and purposely leave these comments. I totally get that people are free to state their opinions, and we put ourselves out there on social media or with our bodies or our faces or whatever. We put ourselves out there, I get it. But sometimes people just take the whole free speech thing a little too far. I think they feel brave because they're behind a screen and then they can say whatever they want to. But honestly, that bullshit doesn't fly with me. I'm sorry for the language, but I am so sick of the comments that I see on not only my account, but on a lot of other women's accounts or men's accounts. I think the whole online bullying thing is just, it's disgusting to me. I think it is absolutely disgusting to try and make another person feel bad about themselves, especially when I see comments like, you know what, you looked better before, when a person has put in so much hard work and dedication and love into themselves to get these results and feel healthy and feel happy and feel confident about themselves, for someone to go and trash that. That just boggles my mind, and I will never understand it. And a lot of the times when I see those comments on my page, I just delete them because I don't have time for that. I don't have time for people to be rude and hurtful with their opinions. Sometimes you just have to turn a blind eye to it and hope you're helping someone and just move on. That's all I have to say on that. I just wanted to thank you all so much for leaving these comments with your questions and being so interested in seeing this video. It means a lot to me. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!